Hello, hello, hello. Well, I thought I'd finish up this evening here with a live to go over facts and fiction here. There's a lot of different theories, rumors, things going around right now. So I wanted to gather myself and watch some different things and kind of go over some things that I know are facts. Um, because there's so many different speculations. And let's be real, the sheriff's offices are not helping with that. So I took some time to just kind of breathe and um, gather some different things that I knew were facts so that we could, hey, Amber, so that we could actually talk about what we know and what is true. Hey, Shama. So I think we can all agree, like the sheriff's office, there was so many different things. So I went ahead. Now, if you watch Duty Ron, which I did, and I will say that I believe his information because I know that he had a source from the marshal's office that he trusted, and so far everything they've said has turned out to be true. So let's talk fact versus fiction. Brian Enton did just release that about, I think it was 18 minutes ago. Sheriff Wedding, I think it was, did say that Vicki is in grave condition. Survival is not looking great. Hey, Scarlett, thank you. So she is in grave condition, and if I remember, I mean that's probably about as bad as you could be. Um, I have not. Now there are rumors about. So let's start at the beginning. We know what we know, right? Let's just do what we know because there's so much speculation. What can be confirmed is that it was in fact a black Cadillac they were driving. It's not a truck. I watched a couple different videos where they actually towed the the car away. Like you saw the car. It was a black Cadillac. Um, it can be confirmed. Hey Tia. Hey Mrs. P. It can be confirmed that the car wash video was reported last Tuesday. Okay. That can be confirmed. So what I'm doing here is we're doing fact versus fiction because this is a pretty hot story that develops pretty quickly. So I just want to focus on what we know. So that we know was last Tuesday. So we know that the marshals have known for a week. I know YTs, and I know it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Hi Tipty. So I went live again, y'all, just in case you're just catching up, because I felt like we needed to do a debrief here. I needed some time to kind of gather what was confirmed, because so much was coming in, and I figured we could break it down here now. Okay, so we know that much. We do know, and it's confirmed. You're welcome, Sherry, that they were staying at Motel 6 in Evansville. So let's talk about that for a second. 6 days in a motel in one place. That's pretty wild. As Duty Ron said, the fact that they could coexist in this town for 6 days. So what? So let's finish the crime scene, then we'll go back to that. Hey, Sandy. So we know that they spent 6 days there. We know that what I've read now, which I think is pretty accurate, was that hey, thanks, Missing in Life, they actually spotted the marshals, from my understanding. I'm still working on confirming that, and that's what led to the chase. We do know that he was ditching the truck and that she got him in the Cadillac. They've gone back and forth of whether she was driving or he was driving. Like I said, I tend to believe duty Ron on this just because he does have that connection with the marshal. Hey, Kels Bells. Yeah, clearly it was a no-tell motel. Um, it would seem she was driving, but again, I don't want to rest there because that's still up in the air. When she did take shoot herself, it was after they were hit. Okay, and I'm going slow because I just want to make sure like we get the right facts. It was after they were hit. He came out and surrendered peacefully. There was no fight whatsoever with him. I have not been able to verify where she shot herself, like location of her body. I've heard head and then I heard stomach. I don't I don't know. But we do know she's in grave condition. Okay. So let's go back to the orange spray paint. What I didn't know, what I found out was they actually had found video of 9:49 a.m. of them driving the orange car. One of the street cams caught them. So what that means is that they literally had gone straight to that parking lot, picked up the car, and headed out. So they knew kind of the direction they were headed, at least as far as that went. So I think maybe the car breakdown foiled their plan. So then they steal this truck and they end up in Indiana at a Motel 6 for 6 days. If it's the Motel 6 that I've found, it is across from the police station, which is pretty wild. And I'm trying to make that make sense. Uh, Not far down from the car wash. So what I think is if this guy reported it to the marshals, yeah, Sandy, that's what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is if they reported it to the marshals Tuesday, I think the marshals have been watching them for days. And I think they were waiting for the right time. That is what I think. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why they waited, if that's the case. But I think information was released to us in a certain order for this to happen. So, like, I know we were like, how could you let us know a week? Like, we speculated so many things. But, and again, the Motel 6 I saw is very close to the police station. Um, Again, I don't know how these people coexisted. And I'm still trying to find out because I think I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that the US Marshals were onto them. I mean, I can't imagine this guy reports this sighting and the marshals are like, all right, yeah, we'll catch up to you in a week and see if they're still there. Like, I mean, that's foolishness. Um, Clearly they went there, when it was announced or reported. They had to follow these leads up, right? But if you think about it, so they released on Friday that the orange car has been found. Okay, so they released, what was it, Friday? The orange car has been found. So where do lover boy and the chick, let's just call them that, so they automatically think, okay, they think we're in Tennessee. We're good. We're good. Okay, so now they release the information on the truck today. So then they panic. And then they think, like, we got to act. Hey, so done with it. Then they are more alert and they spot the marshals or vice versa, whatever. And it leads to the high speed chase. It's really all that makes sense to me. So done with it. You were right. Like Duty Ron had a lot of the information that actually turned out to be true. Um, I'm still trying to figure out how they crashed and she then inflicted herself. I mean, that car flipped. Um, I don't know. What are your thoughts, y'all? Do you think, I mean, I do think the marshals have been watching them for several days. I don't know the reason. Maybe somebody in here with law enforcement, you know, could background could explain that better of why would they watch for so many days? Why would they, not just go right in if they thought they were there? Or, I mean, have these people been completely isolated into a room? And so they didn't have, like, have they been isolated for 6 days inside one room and they couldn't get a clear vision that it was them? He was driving? Okay. He got out and she remained in the car. Okay, so done with it. So it has been confirmed then. Yes, so done with it. We were actually going over what we knew, like facts, and that was one fact that I wasn't sure of yet because there's been so many different. Yeah, Tipsy. So yeah, so that's my confusion because they obviously let them go for a week. I can't imagine that they just didn't show up and search. Um, Maybe they didn't know they were at the Motel 6. I don't know. I still find that hard to believe. Um, I want your thoughts. I want this to be good dialogue here of just kind of what would the process. I wish I Love Durf was here. What would the process be? The only thing I can think of is that they didn't come out of the room at all until today, and they couldn't get. So One Red Rose, the tip actually came in last Tuesday. Well, wait, One Red Rose, which tip? So the car wash tip actually came in last Tuesday. Maybe somebody saw them at the hotel and put a tip. That's possible too. Shalma, she will be going to jail if she survives. She is in grave condition, and a few sources have said that it's not. Okay, so done with it. So last night a cop spotted the car at the hotel. Okay, gotcha. Which is wild because this tip was reported a week ago. That's insane. So truly they coexisted in this town for 6 days without being found. Today, so done with it. Yeah. What am I missing, y'all? What am I missing that the car wash tip is a week ago and just I'm just confused. Right, Tia? So let's talk about that. So let's think about being in a room with exactly what Tia's saying, with somebody schizophrenic without meds on the run. Ah, so done with it. Thank you. Thank you. So done with it has been a huge, huge asset in helping, sending me pictures and stuff and getting pretty accurate information. Yeah, missing in life, I know. Okay, so they're suspecting, which y'all thought, an well, maybe not an old co-worker of hers has helped them. Okay. According to the sheriff, again, y'all, I'm sorry, I don't usually criticize, but come on. Um, they did not, they were only had one gun that they found. Okay, so one gun that they found. They had to get a warrant still to search the vehicle. Now, somebody just said that withdrawals. So Amber is making a good point. Some medications, it would be about the time when he'd be start going through some severe withdrawals. But I guess I'm wondering why they didn't like search this a week ago. I mean, maybe they did, and just it just seems very odd that. So I'm thinking, I do think that the orange car um, breaking down screwed up some plans. Sherry, it's alleged that he has schizophrenia. So I'm thinking that that car breakdown, it made them have to adjust or something. Oh, he'd been clean for 2 years. Wow. Who went on the long time ago, was eventually caught the, yeah. It's interesting that they that it was a high speed chase, because that was how his 2015 crime spree ended as well, was a high speed chase. Um, I did not anticipate it ending this way. I did not anticipate him coming out peacefully. Yeah, right. From what I heard, Evans. Yeah, exactly. Missing in Life and One Red Rose. You're all kind of saying the same thing, because, um, even so, if they just got a tip about a cop seeing a car last night at the hotel, it, you'd think they would have been on the lookout for this when it is confirmed it was Tuesday that the car wash tip was sent in. So I feel like they would have been more alert to checking for this vehicle. But I guess you don't know. Maybe you drive past a vehicle, you see plates, you don't think anything. Yeah, I'd be interested if it comes out that one of the coworkers is helping them. Because, and I'm just doing some open dialogue with y'all. It Evansville, Indiana, like what? Why? Where were you? What was your end game here? Yeah, this wasn't the scenario that we discussed. And is this going to play out if she doesn't survive? Okay, or let's say it was to the head inflicted. We're talking some huge, probably deficits. Is this going to play out the way we thought? Is he going to throw her under the bus and say he was kidnapped? Um, we will, I think if she doesn't survive, we will lack a lot of information. I don't think he's going to be honest or necessarily give everything that he needs to. Uh, it sounds definitely like, I don't know. I didn't think she was going to do that. And it makes you wonder if she at some point realized, oh, she has a friend in Evans. So done with it. You are awesome, which is what, oh, you are awesome. Her friend is in Evansville, which is why they think they may have gone there, but they haven't confirmed the friend actually helped that. Oh, so done with it. I appreciate you bringing info in here. That would make sense. Probably wish to spend more than six. Yeah, that would make sense of why they stayed there. Right. I know Missing in Life. That would make sense. Yeah, Tia. There was something one of the sheriffs said that alerted me of, well, he's 6'9", he can't go unseen. That somebody might have seen him, but again, both sheriffs had completely conflicting stories. Yeah, I don't know how he'd actually that story would actually fly with the whole, well, the sheriff or she overpowered me and stuff, because obviously he wasn't in handcuffs and whatnot. Evan, so done with it. That is huge information that she had a friend there. Wow. how wild as a friend you're willing to give up so much to it's mind blowing. But I think we it's there's no, I don't know. Hey, let's escape jail. You know where a great place to go? Let's risk everything and go to Evansville, Indiana and spend 6 days. Like it doesn't make sense. I know, so done with it. It was very poor. I said I wish they would have waited um until, you know, they had, because I felt the same way. I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta get live and tell the details. And then everything just kept changing. And I was like, all right, before I go live again, I need to take a breath. I need to gather my info of what we know and just confirm it. And again, so done with it has been awesome. And oh, thanks, Tia. I do think that uh, they were so quick to wanting to report this that everybody just didn't get everything. They're the sheriff in Lauderdale. They're very adamant. They're getting him back here tonight, even if it's 2 a.m. The judge said he would come out at 2 a.m. It's I just think that, hey Gizmo, they need to all just take a breath. Yeah, Amber, that's highly possible. Maybe the person that was supposed to help next changed their mind because 6 days. It just I exactly 6 days and nights in Evansville. Woohoo! The other thing to keep in mind, y'all, and the guy that spoke with Duty Ron made a good point on this. Most hotels, you have to have a credit card for the most part to check in. Um, I don't think she'd ever be foolish enough to use a credit card. Oh, Gizmo, you'll get there. It's huge. Breaking news. Craziness. Well, Shama, yeah, he's charged with escaping, but she's got more charges than just escaping. They said she has more charges than he does. Now, he won't see the light of day again because he's got, several, they've reopened 2 cases. I mean, yeah, he's going away forever. But, oh, really, Mrs. P? That's crazy. I know, right, Sandy? But so Motel 6 was probably, probably took cash. Yeah, Brian Enton, he interviewed the car wash manager. That guy was a riot. Yeah, she had a large amount of cash. It's just really hard. But I think some of the, I don't know, more rundown motels or whatever still take cash. Um, but that did probably limit what, where they were able to go. But still, yeah. Gizmo, it looks like it. It looks like after the crash happened, before they could get to her in the vehicle, she, inflicted a wound. I try to be careful of not saying that because people say you can get struck for it or whatever. But it seems most people have said it was in her head. I saw somebody say it was in her stomach, but I have not seen that anywhere else yet. Wow, Mrs. P, that's crazy. That's crazy. So I was wondering if Evansville was small. Yes, Gizmo, no, it was confirmed, despite what the sheriff said. It was not from the accident. That's true, missing and that's true. You know what's wild too is, do they take okay, all right, yeah. So that's true. So done with it. Yep, that's true, Tia. So absolutely, Gizmo. The other thing, she hadn't dyed her hair or anything. They said, isn't that wild? So either they were there for 6 days and didn't leave that room. Izzy girl, you're kidding me. Oh, can somebody look that up? I can't do that on my phone. And then I believe you, Izzy girl, but can somebody see if there's any details on that? So done with it, or somebody? Oh, guys. Oh, guys, that's the worst possible outcome. Well, no, it's not the worst, but we needed her. Dang it. Ah, I'm just waiting to see what comes through here if one of y'all can find that. I actually prayed really hard that she would survive. Not just because we need answers. Oh my gosh, thanks, Amber. Gosh, that is tragic. Lord be with her mom. Thanks, Izzy. I wanted her to go to prison and I wanted answers. And but I believe I do believe now that he used her. I think we can say that because this isn't his first prison um, relationship. That was confirmed. Uh, ah, her poor mom. She gave it all up. I believe she probably did love him then. She probably was very, very much in love with him. And gosh, that's tragic. She gave everything up, including her life. Man, sorry, y'all. That just. I know, Gizmo. I know, Gizmo. I mean, I got to be honest. Do you think he cares? I don't think so. Tia, I don't know. I don't know. Is it possible he could get a manslaughter charge? They say autopsy is scheduled for 5 p.m. Tuesday. Did she plan the whole time that she wasn't going out? Like this was it. I mean, I know her, she was very close to her ex-husband and he died in January. Some have said she was really grieving that. I mean, did she know that she wasn't going out like this? She wasn't going to prison. Yeah, I don't think he's capable of caring. I mean, he's such a coward, right? He talks all big, y'all, and has been cited several times saying that he would be shot before he would, like he would. But then at the same time, he has said he can't survive outside of prison. So going back to prison for him, I don't think was that big of a deal. And now she's dead. Ah. So what was this? Was he just using her to get away with it? Just get out of prison for a while until they got caught? Like, was this a game he knew all along? I mean, did he go do this knowing that he'd be caught? He just wanted to get out for a while? I mean, this is nuts. She did. Hey, hey, Charlie. Yes, Cindy. Everyone just confirmed that she did pass away. She did pass away. Hey, Charlie. Yes, she did, Charlie. Just within probably the last 20 minutes or so. Oh, Gizmo, you're right. He was really, really, really not wanting to go back. Oh, so done with it. I'm glad you're okay. Um, he hated the not Lauderdale, but the maximum security prison. Yeah, somebody was saying that he has like eyes tattooed in the back of his head. Um, nah, she didn't want to go to jail, Charlie. You're right, and I do think that um, she died at 7:06. Thank you, Crystal. Lord be with that mom. Gosh, that's just man. I don't know, y'all. It's just not. It's a tragic situation. Um, No, she didn't have any children. She was widowed. So she had been married for 4 years and been separated from her husband for 16 years. However, her and her husband were very, very close still, and he passed from Parkinson's disease in January. So it has been said that was still grieving, and this is not his first inappropriate relationship within jail. He had a relationship in a different county with a guard or somebody. So, um, in my opinion, he probably said all the right things and swept her off her feet, and she was willing to give everything up to be with him. And I think he probably knew all along that he wasn't going to be out for very long, and he didn't really care if he was out very long. Oh, well, thanks, not your mama. Oh, I think I know who you are. Well, thank you, Nacho Mama. Can I just say Nacho Mama because it sounds so cool? I think so. Yes, you're right. You're right, Rebellious. I've heard, and I'm not saying all of them, y'all, but I have heard there are some professional manipulators, inmates. She did it to herself. He won't punk at. I think so, but it'll be interesting what happens when the details. I think because she self-inflicted it. It sounds like, I mean, they're 100% confident that it was self-inflicted. So my guess is they actually saw it or something. Um, I'm thinking that he knew he wasn't gonna. I think they both had to know they weren't going to get away with it. Are you kidding me? They can't have believed that they were going to get away with it. Um, right, right, Cindy. Exactly, Cindy, and that's my fear. That's what we've been kind of playing out over the last couple of days. Is will he say that she forced him? Gizmo, you would think so too. I mean, after 17 years, but if she's grieving and he's saying all the right things, and so done with it, even said like she had a friend in Evansville. So I'm hoping maybe the friend is going to be able to enlighten, what happened. Maybe the friend knew. Maybe the friend will help them and will be brought up on charges. Um, but I think deep down he knew he wasn't getting away with it. For all we know, this could have just been like a joyride where he was like, "Hey, I'll get out for a couple days or a couple hours or however long until he gets caught, and I'll go back to prison," because he sure talked a big game about how he'd never go back and how he'd want to get killed by the police and stuff, only to surrender peacefully. Nah, that doesn't like no, no way. Oh, thanks, Rebellious. Yes, still cleaning. She died at 7:06. Shalma, right? Yep, narcissist. 7:06. Yeah, right. Tia Dash, that's funny. Um, I mean, she had to know she wasn't going to get away with it too. I'm sure that they said it was all very well planned and that she went shot. Yes, she did do that one red rose. Yep. I do think it's like the Evansville thing. If she had a friend there, maybe the friend did back out, like somebody was saying. That's why they stayed there so long. It's really it's not the outcome I hoped for. I mean, I hope that none of it happened, but exactly, no one is worth throwing your life down the toilet like that. No one, because I don't think he's going to care. Cindy, I hope so. Like I said, so done with it had said that, she had a friend in Evansville. It's not been confirmed or anything like that if this friend helped, but it would make sense of why they stayed there for so long. Um, because we don't know yet where she got the Cadillac. because they ditched the truck and they got the Cadillac, and that's what they had the accident in. And I confirmed it was a Cadillac because I saw it towed away. Charlie, News Nation announced it. Yes, I am. So yes. So the praise in the situation is that no one else was injured. But if you think about it, like he went out with a high speed chase before, and he went out with a high speed chase again. It's like he got a thrill out of it or something. What kind of truck was stolen? So the one that was stolen in Tennessee, was it so done with it? Was a Ford F-150. They cleaned that out and then ditched that. Yeah, Cindy, her ex-husband passed away in January, but I guess they were still like best friends and really close. And she stayed by his side until the end. And he died, I heard, pretty tragically from Parkinson's. And the Cadillac was stolen? Okay. Yeah, Sandy, I mean, you know it's going to be a movie. But the fact that it both ended in police chases just tells me this was like, aren't there like these guys that, I don't know, like it was an emotional thrill for him or something. It's just crazy. Um, yes, but whoever said that about the prison when he went to that maximum security prison, which I'm assuming he'll go to again, he was like, yeah, they he got shanked like 3 times. They hated him there. I know, Charlie, it's weird, but that's what makes me think she might like her grief or so, like she might have just thought this whole time, like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. And if I die, Cindy, that's what I was wondering. That's what I'm wondering. If this was like, if she was really just like, yeah, this case shows how powerful depression and grief can be if that ends up exactly rebellious. Yeah, just pray for the mom. I mean, she didn't even get a chance to say goodbye. The last she spoke to her daughter was when she called to check on her dog, and that was it. And it could be Amber, and her mom was already distraught enough because she couldn't believe that her daughter would do this. Oh, Tia, no way, no way. Especially if we're talking, this is his second relationship. No way. He's gonna be all by himself. I hope so, Cindy. I hope so. Peppercorn, she died at 7:06. News Nation, it came out at 7:06. I had multiple people confirm just because so much is going around. Mm. For all we know, he told her, hey, just go out this way. I don't know. It's just, I do think there's a lot of psychology digging we can go do in this. Yeah, Peppercorn, I didn't either. So Done With It has been on top of this. Right, Tia. Yeah, exactly. Party for one in the hole. Yep, So Done With It. I mean, she had a killer retirement coming up. Yeah, Amber, she was 20 years older than him. She had a great retirement sitting for her. Um, Probably could have lived with her mom, you know, endless amount of cash, obviously, because she was a great saver to begin with and then had her house sale, but which was she sold way under value and then risks just throws it all away. It's just a really terrible ending to a life. Yeah, and this Casey White, let's just call him what he has, a douchebag. Like, he doesn't care about anyone at all. That's clear by his behavior. And I don't believe for 1 minute he was in love with her. Unless I am drastically proven wrong, I don't believe he had feelings for her. Right? I would love to know her mental state between, yep. Oh, he's still at the hospital as well? Okay. Oh, yeah, he is rebellious. Yeah, Rose, I thought that too. Um, From You think so, Rose? Okay. From Rose, you came in with a knowledge about his tattoos. He had a bullet graze. Can you go over that tattoo thing? All right, thanks, Tia. You bet. There was a tattoo. I'm staying on top of this because I'm in Alabama and I was afraid they ditched the car in Tennessee to throw them off. Yeah, so done with it. I think we kind of all thought that as well. We thought they were headed south. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. The eyes in the back of the head was like a symbol for something. Yeah, LFT, at this point, if he was going to harm himself, I think he would have harmed himself by now. My fear with this guy is he has no line, right? There's no line for him. He gets like a thrill off of doing these bad things. It's insane. And I think what is like so weird is what we might end up finding out, like with his brother missing and the girlfriend in 2008 being killed. Like, this could be like, I mean, his brother is missing, vanished in thin air. A flag on his back and others eyes in the back of my head. He is a Oh, okay. Exactly. So done with it. He gets a rush off of this stuff. And if he, it's just, oh, Rose, if that, so he wants to avoid going back to, so he probably wants to end up in solitary. Well, I mean, he told his lawyer, like, he doesn't want to exist outside of prison. He can't exist outside of prison. I just feel bad because if she was really this sweet woman that was grieving and lost herself, and it just sucks. It just all around sucks. Yeah, Cindy. So Cindy, his brother went missing in 2015. Yep. LFT, I agree. Went missing in 2015, vanished. Now, they say he was in prison at the time. They did steal the Cadillac, yes. um, so yeah, so his brother went missing in 2015, has never been found. And his ex-girlfriend in 2008 died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. But they are going to reopen her case because there was obviously this was um, things aren't adding up now. So it's just, who knows? Maybe she didn't die, but maybe we're gonna find out that Vicki didn't die of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Anything's possible at this point. Yes, yes, yeah. So I just wanted to say what we knew because there's so many things going on right now. So many different rumors and stuff. So basically, I don't know the part yet of who was. I think somebody came who was driving because there's been so many different things. Um, yeah, Tia. He tells them he will do it with them and then doesn't. That's true, Punkette. You know, so done with it did say, they are thinking that one of the ex coworkers was helping. So it'll be, I think the next few days will tell a lot. They're going to be able to get in the car, into the hotel room, and kind of, figure things out. Yeah, I will, Rose, for sure. Yeah, peppercorn. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Well, Cindy, I know her mom is devastated. They stayed at a hotel across from the sheriff's department. Oh, okay. So done with it. That makes sense. So he begged for that. Hey, those police officers, they weren't going to shoot him. They would do everything they could to not shoot him. Mm, tragic, man. Prayers for everybody that had to see it and hear it. Yep, you're right, Rose. I mean, several ex-law enforcement officers have said like the cops are not going to shoot him unless they absolutely had to. But then again, if he really wanted to be shot, all he had to do was grab the gun and walk out with it. But he left it in the car and then she shot herself. So it's just weird. Yeah, Rose, I do. Oh, yes, Cindy, the hotel they were staying at for the last apparently 6 days, across from the sheriff's department. Okay, can this go on the world? Can we? This is world's dumbest criminals. We got the spray paint job, and it, yeah, too chicken to do it himself, right? I mean, there's no better way to get shot than walk out with a gun. Yep, exactly, Rose. And I mean, one of the sheriffs even said, "We want her alive." I mean, I'm pretty sure they know she holds. Maybe he'll tell the truth. I don't know. I don't know. I guess the best thing is that he is going to be put away. It's unfortunate it ended this way. I mean, it was said obviously they've planned this for a very long time. Ugh. Well, that's what we know, guys. It's kind of depressing. Yeah, right, Charlie? Well, Shelma, I think they thought they'd have a better chance with her telling the truth and coming clean based on the fact how well they knew her, than they would have ever getting him to tell the truth because at this point, I don't think he has much of a conscience, conscience. Yeah, I know LFT, and that's the funny thing is he if the bystanders said that true rebellious, if bystanders said that he was begging the cops to shoot him, like if that, I mean, if he really wanted to die, like I said, all he had to do was take the gun, and he left it in there. So something's weird about that. I don't know. Something's weird. She did, Shell. She died at 7:06. Cindy, I have not, other than the car wash manager who cracked me up. There was one other witness that showed the police presence, but not anything that saw like, anything big, I don't think. Um, exactly, Sandy. That's what's confusing to me is that he left the gun in there and then she was in there and did it. So it's some part of me wonders if she like told him. Yep, exactly. So done with it. I said that. I said this is the interesting part to me that makes me think this is a thrill for him because and he's got that whatever, those people that get a thrill out of doing this type of stuff because he exactly cozy. he because his last crime in 2015 how he was apprehended was a police chase and he begged them to shoot him. It's wild. Cozy, I totally agree. He didn't want to die. He's just a big coward. All right. Thanks, Rose. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here too. Um, but I definitely encourage you all to watch, Duty Ron. He did a nice job because he's got some connections and whatnot. And uh there's some footage, I think, on News Nation of them towing the car out and stuff. And, we'll keep trying to dissect the psychology of this all. And I'm like I said, I'm gonna look into his brother's case a little bit too and just kind of dabble in that. But I appreciate y'all and your support. You guys have been great following it with me, and I've had a great time with you guys. Prayers to her mom, and y'all have a but he is evil. Oh yeah, he is. You have a great night, guys. Bye.